Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, How You Figure. I'm Justin, and in today's first look video, I'm going to be looking at that DX Artisan Loki from Loki Season 2 and the sculpted version. And I'm just going to give you my thoughts on it and let you know what I think. Let's get into it. All right, so right here, we're going to kick things off with the Artisan version of God Loki here from Loki Season 2. And right off the bat, I can just tell you that this head sculpt of Tom Hiddleston as Loki is absolutely phenomenal. This is absolutely phenomenal. This looks incredible. This is by far the best Loki sculpt we've got so far. The TVA Loki is really good. President Loki is really good too. I'd say the overall the best Loki figure we've got so far, even though I don't have it, just based on what I've seen, is that TVA Loki. I personally would love a 2012 Avengers Loki with this head sculpt, or this, a head sculpt of this quality with the hair and the full horn helmet, but this is absolutely incredible. This looks great. And, this is the Artisan version. It just looks phenomenal. That head sculpt, the wool hair right there, looks really, really good. Let's see what else we got here. We can kind of see the different rolling eyeballs. We got the metallic gold paint application here. We zoom in, we got a little bit of that. So we're going to be looking at this stuff here. He's kind of holding the passages of time here, the timelines, so to speak. And that's a really cool accessory as well. The thing with this figure that I really like is the rolling eyeballs. I mean, I've said this over and over and over again with these rolling eyeballs. Like, I love it. In this figure with Loki, with how great of an actor Tom Hiddleston is, with how expressive Loki as a character is, rolling eyeballs is going to be such a great addition to this character. Again, I've been saying it. Rolling eyeballs should be a part of every release from here on out, in my opinion. But yeah, this just looks so good. And we're going to go over here. And again, you see what you can do with these rolling eyeballs, the different looks here. The Artisan hair just looks really good right there. I mean, I'm really loving the way it kind of is looking. It just looks straight out of that scene. This looks like a still from that show. And again, the costume looks really good, looks really well made. You can kind of see the wiring of the cape here. Got a little bit of a wiring cape, which is really good news. We're going to take more look at that head sculpt. And let's just look at that a little bit longer. It just looks so strong. That is such a strong sculpt. I mean, for me, just based on this prototype image, this is a 10 out of 10 sculpt for me. It is absolutely phenomenal. It's just crazy how much this looks like. Like it literally looks like the actor. It looks like a scene from the show. It's amazing. Right here. So here you get this base. It looks like that... like this, that kind of that cardboard type base or whatever. I think there's been similar bases that have come out before with this like trifold one. It looks really cool. I doubt I'll have that displayed like that, to be honest with you. I could see me, man, I love getting the throne as well, don't get me wrong, but for me, it's like I love the accessories of the time passage, or the timelines or whatever. And the gold throne's really cool too. I could see myself doing it like that. Not sure if I'm going to have that back piece, but I do like that. I think that if this stands by itself in a shelf, or like a DTOF, or just anything like that, that would look really cool by itself. Right here, I mean, again, just another great shot, another great look here at Loki. And you can really see how good these horns look. From what I understand, this is going to be a metallic thing that you can take off and then put back in, and it's a metallic connection, which I love. I love that you don't have to worry so much about trying to fit it on his head and damaging those paint applications, but just really good. And again, we haven't even gotten into the costume yet, which we'll do next. You can see this costume right here, really good. I mean, again, if you remember that scene from the ending of season 2, you're already knowing what you're getting with this, but this is this just looks really good. I love the different greens. I love the dark greens with the lighter greens. I just love how it looks. It's just a really cool version of this character. And I can just go ahead and say this is the best Loki in terms of head sculpt, in terms of that we have gotten so far, and I haven't even gotten it in hand, just based on what I've seen. Now again, the one I would love to have is an Artisan version of the 2012 Avengers Loki. That's just what I love. That's just my favorite MCU movie, and I'd love to have that representation. But even that character, I'd be interested to see how this head sculpt would look on that character. Again, you would be missing the full horned helmet, but again, just looking really, really good. We're just going to keep kind of going through here. Just the colors are just popping so well. The rolling eyeballs. the hair. You can kind of see the different poses you can get right here with them. I think that cape just looks really, really good. Just the whole outfit just looks great. And I skipped one right here. So you can kind of see, I mean, again, a lot of the images, you know, you get this look here with the shoes as well. You can kind of see the different things you can do. Again, those rolling eyeballs, once again, just coming in handy with these different poses. You kind of see the different things you get here. I think hopefully in these other pictures we can see some more. I mean, these are kind of pretty much the same pose, although they look amazing. Okay, so here's a new one. So this one looks great. This is kind of what I was talking about. You don't have that that trifold backdrop, but you do have him still holding the timelines there on the gold throne. That looks really good. That could be something that of how I could display it, to be honest with you. That looks really, really solid. And so does this. Again, just more of showing off. And I think they were smart to do that with this announcement, was just showing off how strong that sculpt is, how good the hair looks with those horned helmets, or with the horned helmet. We got a few more pictures here. Again, just looking at the material of this of the outfit, of the costume here. It just, you know, again, it looks like it's going to be really, really well made. It looks like it's going to be good material there. I'm very excited about the wired cape right here that you can do with some different poses, which I really like. Oh, so here's two new hand look at those. Look at that head sculpt one more time. Two new hands here that you get. I actually like this a lot as well. With the hands like this, I really do like that a lot. I think that adds a lot to it. I like this backdrop that they use for this image. Again, really, really, really incredible likeness for Tom Hiddleston. And we're going to look one more time, featuring the separate rolling eyeballs. Does that not just look like they just made an announcement for the casting of the show? Or they just made an announcement about like a review or something, and they use this as like, this is a clip from the show, and they took this image and posted it. This looks so realistic and so good. Like, I'm just blown away by the head sculpt. Again, like I said, for me, in terms of prototype, 10 out of 10 sculpt. And metallic gold paint application here on the throne. I like that. I mean, I don't, you know, it's again, it's there. I'm probably going to use it from time to time, but for the most part, I do like having the option. So, again, overall, we're going to look at this one more time. Overall, you know, you can kind of see what you get with this artisan version of the figure. It just looks really, really good. Let's kick it over to the sculpted version. Now, the sculpted version comes in at $290. So other than the wool hair, it looks like you pretty much get the same exact thing. I mean, you can kind of see what you get here. You get the rolling eyeballs, you get the metallic paint application, you get that cardboard backdrop, you get the base, you get the different hands. So the only thing you're getting extra with the artisan is the hair. So you gotta ask yourself, like, is that worth, you know, 160 extra bucks? Because the artisan pops in. Let's double check just to make sure we're right. The artisan pops in at I believe it at $445. So the artisan goes in at $445. The and then the regular version, the collector's edition regular version, comes in at $290. So again, for me, I'm going with the artisan, and I'll let you know at the end of the video what I decide to go with it, if I was able to be successful. But the sculpted is a great option, man. The sculpted hair looks really damn good as well. Again, these horns just look phenomenal. And again, I'm going to go through this just a little quicker. I'm going to focus on the pictures that have the sculpted hair. Again, that looks great. I mean, that does look great, but I just feel like if you compare it, and again, you're paying for this, you know, so again, it's not like, you know, it's not really fair, because you're getting this one for $290, you're getting this one for $445. But just to me, for this character, for this figure, I want the artisan hair personally. I really do. It's going to be my, you know, I'm not sure if I'll have a Loki before this one. I've thought about getting the TVA one. I've thought about getting the 2012 Avengers one. But this is my first Loki that I've ordered. So to me, I just want to get the artisan. I love, you know, again, it's limited to 2,500. I just think the artisan wool hair looks really, really good. And, you know, we're going to keep rolling, though. We're going to keep rolling, looking at these pictures. Again, you can kind of see the different angles of the sculpted hair here. It still looks really, really strong. Yeah, I mean, look, again, if you don't need the artisan and you're not really worried about the limited number, you're not worried about having artisan, you don't really like artisan, you want sculpted, to me, this is probably the better value. I mean, you're getting $290. But the only way I look at it is this, like $290 for this, you know, you get a lot of pretty good accessories with this, you know, and here's more of the hands here. That looks really good. Again, just more of what we talked about. This is a great pose right here. This is a great pose. Yeah, I really like that pose a lot. That's another option for people. That's another option for me I'm going to be looking into. But again, here we go. Feature separate rolling eyeballs. You know, you got the metallic gold pen application. And here you go. You get the whole thing. You get separate rolling eyeballs. You get the horn helmet that, you know, is magnetized. You get the different hands. You get different, you know, you get the timelines. You get, you know, the base. You get the backdrop. You get all this stuff. So truly, you're getting everything with this DX figure that you would be with the Artisan. Again, you have to, that's what you just have to ask yourself. I like how there's two different price points, and I like how there's enough of a difference to where that decision gets made. You know, it's not like the Artisan's only $30 more, so you're like, well, I might as well get the Artisan. That's enough of a gap for me to where that decision needs to be made of like, man, is this really worth $445 for me, or will I be okay with the sculpted at $290? So for me, that question is kind of easy. I want the Artisan hair. I want an Artisan hair Loki. I just think that that's just going to look amazing. I just want that sculpt. For others, I totally understand if you want to just go $290. Trust me, there's a lot of figures that come out Artisan that I'm happy with just the sculpted. So it really is going to depend on how much you love this character, how much you love this version of the character, and you know, it probably has other things to do with it too. If you like to have limited pieces in your collection, that's a route. But I do love how there is a sculpted collector's edition version where you're not really missing out on a whole bunch other than the hair. So I do like that there's that option for people at $290. So yeah, so we're going to kick it to the outro. I'm going to give you my final thoughts, and I'm also going to let you know which version I went with and if I was able to be successful on the hunt for the Artisan. Let's go into it. All right, everyone. So that was me talking about that DX Artisan God Loki from Loki Season 2. And I bet you're wondering, hey, Justin, did you get the Artisan version? Did you even go for the Artisan version, or did you get the sculpted? I think both versions are great options for you. I wanted to get the Artisan for Loki, and I went for the Artisan. And when I got in line, I was in between like 110. I think I was like 117th in line or something like that. So I was able to get the Artisan. I'm very excited that I was able to snag that and add God Loki from Loki Season 2 Artisan version to the collection. Let me know in the comments if you were successful picking up the Artisan Loki. Let me know if you decided to go with the sculpted version and why. I would love to hear everyone's thoughts in the comments below. As I said previously, give this video a thumbs up if you can. It'd really help out the channel and the video a lot. Consider subscribing if you like this type of content. I think if you like these type of videos, and I'll put some more in the description below, some more first look videos. I think you'll like it around here, so I'd really love having you as a subscriber. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.